All right. Well, that auto played. What's going on? We're done.
Hold on, who's this guy?
Oh man, yeah.
This is perfect.
Man, whose dog's going crazy? Zach Kevin's dog. That's all good.
Good job,
Yeah,
Kevin.
man.
Way to start us off. Like Richard is shaved.
Yeah,
Richard is bald.
completely.
What's going on?
Completely. It was well. You have no idea how much thought went into it. Like, I went for a run today, and actually, it started like 2 days ago. I think it was Monday. I did a bunch of yard work.
Mm-hmm.
And after, man, my face itched so much, and I took a shower, and I shampooed my beard, like did everything, went to bed, and just itch. My face just wouldn't stop itching.
Okay.
And so that was over with, and then so I've been trying to run more because the Tough Mudder's coming up, and so I went for a run today, and it was like 90 degrees outside.
It's so hot. It got hot so quick.
If I was gonna run, I'd run like now, not during the middle of the day.
Well, I thought it was like 80. Like when I didn't really look at the weather. I was like, that's probably low 80s. I'm gonna go run before it gets hot. So when I was done, I looked at my phone. It was like real feel 95. I was like, well, there you have it. That's why I was so miserable. But yeah, dude, I was like sweating and hot. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to shave this. Like it's starting to get much.
What the kids say?
My daughter's upset. She's like, I need you with the beard. So
it is funny how like just something so simple, just completely like it'll either change the look, but like it's a big deal to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like especially for a guy, their facial hair. I wore a hat yesterday to work. And it's the first time I've ever wore a hat to work. I can't believe the amount of attention I got. Just like from all the guys in the shop, like all the comments, and I was just like it's just one of those weird things where it's like you're going to work, you got a hat on, you're not thinking anything of it. It's just like because to them it's the first time they've ever seen you with a hat on. And it's like I got all these jokes coming at me. I'm like, I'm never wearing a hat again in my life. How about that? You've completely squished me.
Yeah. I'd be like, you may want to change your input. I think it's coming through something else. I don't know what.
Oh, really?
It definitely is not your microphone, though. Sorry to bust that on you.
No, I'm glad.
Yeah, it's probably your you have a laptop, right? Because
I got it. Hold on.
Yep. No worries. But yeah, so I sat there. I was gonna do it earlier this morning. I was gonna do it right after I ran, to be honest. And then I had everything laid out, and I was just like, I had like the trimmer ready. It's like, man, let me think about this. Like,
I really want to do this.
Let me just make sure this is what I'm gonna do. Because, like Blake said, like it does two things. Number one, it changes the way you look drastically, especially the length of beard I had and for how long I had it.
Yeah.
Two, it brings unwanted attention. Like especially when you go to work, because it's like now I know tomorrow when I go in the office, it's like that's all everybody's gonna talk about when they come see me.
Right.
So not gonna deal with that. So it's like, oh my gosh. So, and plus my daughter, So,
real quick, is this better?
Yes, it is better.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I didn't have my device on. That's rookie mistake. Which episode is this?
163.
Right.
All right, we still making mistakes.
So
still making mistakes.
But yeah, but Blake, you said wearing a hat. Yesterday.
Yeah. Well, what was one of the funny thing is, and you guys may relate to this, is that I hate wearing hats, first of all. So I woke up late, I had to rush out the door or whatever. I just threw a hat on. I was like, forget it. I don't even have time to fix my hair right now. So, I'll wear my hat forward. Sometimes I'll wear it backwards or whatever. So I'm doing the yard check and I walk through the shop and I have my hat on backwards, like not because I have my glasses on and, not even thinking anything of it. And Kenny goes, one of the techs, he goes, man, I was wondering who that new punk was walking through here. I was like, I was like, Punk, why? He goes, yeah, with that backwards hat on. And I was like, oh, I was like, okay. I was like,
awesome.
I was like, you're from the generation of my dad. Cause I remember growing up, he never liked it when I wore my hat backwards like that. I feel like when we were kind of growing up, that it became kind of a cool thing to do is wear your, I don't know if it's cool. It's just, just another way to wear your hat, And I remember my dad said, it's always supposed to be forward or whatever. So that kind of struck up a conversation between me and him just about different generational things and how simple and silly that a backwards hat is, but to him it looks like a punk, or it looks like a what I don't know what he thinks it looks like, but
yeah, he might have just been joking. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of the mindset of like, what, I don't know, like it kind of seems silly to me to wear your hat backwards. Like, no offense, but it's just like, doesn't that defeat the purpose of the hat? Like, you know what I mean?
It's still covering your head.
No, that hat is only there to cover my hair. It's the only reason it's on my head is because I didn't fix my hair. Like, honestly, like I mean, sure, because I always wear glasses anyways. Like my eyes are so sensitive to the sun anyways. So I like to have my glasses on, and if you have your hat on forward, it like the bill, sometimes it'll hit the glasses or whatever. So I'll just throw it backwards. I don't think anything of it. Why can't I wear my hat?
Hey, and I also think that certain hats look good backwards. Certain hats look good forward. On me in particular,
Exactly.
Like there's some that I don't wear backwards. There's some that I do wear forward.
Right.
Only. So.
But like throughout the day, it's funny because it's like when one person makes a comment, and then 30 minutes goes by, another one makes a comment. So like by the 6th or 7th comment, you get to the point where like, hey guys, why can't I just wear my hat and you all just deal with it? I don't comment about your shoes or your pants or your, you know what I'm saying? Like I know it's just everyone having fun. I don't take it too serious, but it is one of those things where it's like, how like you shaving your face, you're going to walk into work, you're going to feel like you have a massive pimple on your nose.
Yeah.
Because you're waiting for everyone to notice that Richard has done something different.
It was the first thing that I said to Richard when he opened up. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah. It's it's little things, but everyone goes through that though. Everyone has their own little, insecurities or whatever.
For sure.
So speaking of, so last week my wife kind of got me into some trouble trying to feed a horse.
Oh yeah.
Well, this week she got me in trouble by inviting me to a ping pong. I don't know what you call it. It's not a tournament. No, it's not a tournament. It's just just a place. They have like 4 or 5 ping pong tables set up.
I think I know where you're talking about.
Yeah,
I think I've heard of this place. Go ahead.
Well, it was just down in Whiteland. But there was quite a few people there from different ages. I don't want to get ahead of myself. So what happened is yesterday she took Addie to soccer practice, and she got to talking to the coach, and the coach happened to mention ping pong, and then Nika said, my husband loves playing ping pong, and he's like, oh well, I'm like number 1 in the state and like the specific age group. We play and we have some games over and yeah, right, in Whiteland, and we you should have Blake come. So his name's Paul. So he starts texting me. I'm at home. I just start getting all these ping pong text messages. I'm like I barely know this guy in a way, what I'm saying? I just know him through, coaching soccer, and we've talked and stuff, but so I get these messages, and I had to kind of like look up his name. I was like, oh yeah, okay, now I know who it is. And then I immediately get a text message from Nika saying, hey, Paul's inviting you to go play ping pong tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, I know Paul's like really good at ping pong. I was like, where at, and so she, like I said, it was in Whiteland, yada yada. So today Paul texted me. He was like, hey man, are you gonna show up today? And I was just like, I had a little bit of anxiety about it, because I don't know if anxiety is the word, but I'm pretty decent at ping pong, but it's like with my, in my basement with my buddies and family members, and what I'm saying, like there's levels to this game, and I knew what this level was going to be, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to compete.
You're good in the G League. That's what you're saying,
right? Yeah, I mean, like you know, well, and I think
in the
I've
G
said
League
this.
ping pong, you're all right.
I think I've said this story before. So like in high school, I remember winning like the gym like ping pong tournament or whatever. I remember having one in gym, and I played tennis, so I had some pretty good eye-hand coordination when it comes to that stuff. So I got invited. My cousin Kayla invited me to this church function to play for this ping pong tournament, and the winner gets an iPad. And I was just like, all right, bet. Like, I'm good at ping pong. Like, I'm going to whoop up on these little youth group kids and, destroy them. Well, when I got there, come to find out, this wasn't no youth group thing. And there was like some legit ping pong players. So that's when that's when it hit me like there's levels to this. It's like me watching Andre Owens for the first time at Perry. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, there's levels to this game called basketball. So anyway, so tonight was cool. Like I said, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to compete, but I got with a guy. His daughter plays with my daughter on the soccer team, and we were like playing. And I was wondering what you were doing, Richard, bringing up some ping pong images.
That dude was in a singlet playing.
Yeah, exactly. Balls of Fury.
I've seen that Balls of Fury late at night.
If you would have seen the age of some of these people here, man. So I get
it probably was a mixed age group, right?
I mean, like overweight people, older people, but I mean, so legit. The guy that invited me, Paul, like he was super good. But yeah, so I started just hitting with this guy, and I told him, I said, dude, I haven't played in a long time, and the hardest part was me playing that stupid Oculus game. Playing that ping pong, my timing was, I can't tell you how many backhands I just completely whiffed. Like, because I was so used to the timing of the rhythm of on the virtual reality. Yeah. So it took me a couple games to actually get that down. But long story short, we ended up playing doubles against a couple people, and we actually ended up winning. So it was a lot of fun. And you talk about a workout, man. Like, when you really get going into it, it's a bit of a workout. So all in all, it turned out good. But I did want to say there was a guy there that was 83 years old. And yeah, I guess he was it's one of those. Well, this conversation will lead to something else here in a second, but he apparently has a playing card out of him for ping pong. And I kind of giggled because that's kind of what my thought went to. It's like, there's just certain sports that like no one cares. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm like that. I'm like that too. It's like the ESPN Ocho joke, right?
Yeah, like
Cornholes is on here.
Yeah,
is on here, and it's like it's not. But like it's like shout out to the people that are really good at that, because that's your hobby and you mastered it. Yeah, but I'm not gonna play against you in that, because I do this for fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because and even tonight when like I was playing with a guy, he was kind of teaching me some stuff, and a lot of it is it's watching the other paddle. You're watching the spin that they're putting on the ball, and you got to put the same spin on it. And if you can't put the same spin on it, then you got to put this massive like flip on it. So there is this like and just watching this 83-year-old guy still be able to do it, I was just like, this is a game of chess. Like, this guy knows exactly where the ball's going. Like, so I kind of gained, I guess, a little bit more perspective for it. But yeah, I had that thought. I was like, this guy could have been like the Larry Bird of this sport. He's like this old dude in here, and everyone else kind of thought he was like really great. And, I was like, yeah, but it's ping pong. Unfortunately, I mean, but like,
that's the sad part about it, though. But
it's the reality of it.
Though. It's good to have something, though, man.
And it's not diminishing it. Like, I think it's incredible. Like, it's super incredible. But it's like
70% of people are going to say the same thing we just said. Hey,
where tennis does, and volleyball gets a little bit of recognition, but tennis gets a lot of recognition. But ping pong, which is the smaller version, doesn't. It's just
I get what you're saying though, because that's how I feel about tennis. Like, you start throwing around tennis, I'm like, yeah, it was tennis. I don't. Okay.
Oh, so you feel that way about tennis in general?
Yeah. I mean,
really?
Like you said, like I mean, my son plays tennis, so I mean, I'm sure I'll change my tune soon, but at the same time, it's like you could probably rattle off 10 tennis names and I'd recognize 2 of them.
Oh, really?
I think it's one of those things where it's not the majority's not doing it, so it's like,
yeah,
I can't relate to it, right? Like, I know a dude
Especially
that I work with,
America.
like, hey, he's like 2-time state champ in cornhole and like, but to me it's like, hey, but to me it's like, who are you playing against? You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you playing against, and where are you go? I mean, but I know other people that are really good. Like, where are you going to get this? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what interests me.
And if you were to play somebody like Tom Brady in cornhole, would he whip you?
See that's what's interesting, because it's
I think it's different. Like, I think that's different.
Or Steph Curry, when you think of someone that can throw perfect, every single time. Because listen, see, that's an interesting one, because I feel like anyone willing to practice, I think to Kevin's point, anyone willing to practice long enough at cornhole should be able to be pretty good at cornhole. I would think.
Is it that, or is it you're kind of cherry picking at this point? You know what I mean? Like, you're playing a sport, no one else.
But it's something that you're good. But it's the same as video games. Like the dudes that have the video game records, like that dude off of, what was that documentary, the Donkey Kong thing? Like you just specialize on one thing, and that's all you want
to. But that's what a lot of people do, right? Like, I mean, there are a lot of students that get into a particular sport that not many people are in, because they know that there's a high probability of a scholarship from this sport than if they were to try for basketball. Like, that's just your cherry picking at that point, right?
Yeah.
Or I mean, you can say that. Or
there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's playing the law of averages.
Yeah,
I'm real good at pencil pop.
Dude, I see the TikTok video about
Bring it back.
Did you really?
Yeah, he was talking about
the you should have shared that one, man.
It's like before video games, you had at school, you had the multiplayer game of Pistol Pop.
Dude,
awesome.
How is that still not a thing? Do people use pencils? Is that why? Do people even use pencils anymore?
They use mechanical pencils now, don't they? I ain't seen a real pencil in a long time.
Or they're using an iPad.
Yeah, my son, my daughter, for the most part, all their schoolwork is done on iPad or laptop. 100%.
Yeah. So, that's the way.
It would have hurt somebody's feelings by now, Blake, that it would be banned anyway.
Did you guys ever pinch the metal thing together? And so you had like
and then so you can cut it? Like yeah.
I remember I'd get the real thick ones. Real thick ones, and there were some people were legit at it.
But there was always somebody that was so good that they would break those.
Yeah, with like a number 2 pencil. I'm like, come on.
The same thing that we're talking about with ping pong. Like, there's masters of it. There's levels to it, man.
They were talking about how like you do it, and then you'd have like a little rhythm.
Yeah, there you go, right there, Rippy. Yeah, it's that elbow right there. Bam! He got you. Boom.
Pencil pop, dude. And remember Airhead? Remember everybody used to sell Airheads for like a dime a piece?
Then and now, ladies. Yep.
What was the white Airhead? It was like a blueberry flavor or something like that.
That was the mystery one, wasn't it?
Yeah. There you go.
God, everybody wants the mystery. Just eating pure sugar. I mean, just no cares in the world. Just shoving it down.
And then remember the sticks, the sugar sticks.
The pixie sticks.
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
people. Bomb.
And then people used to snort those.
I'm pretty sure that's a gateway drug. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are gateway drugs. Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, the same people that used to snort that stuff, how are they doing in life right now?
Absolutely.
Have they moved on to other sniffing stuff?
They evolved. I mean, way beyond that.
Like, I mean, is that not the first warning sign? Like, when you start sniffing something like that, like, okay, this guy's crazy. He's willing to do anything and everything.
Straight to the brain.
Jared P. joined.
Exactly. Man. Speaking of straight to the brain,
that probably was my favorite thing in high school was the lunchroom, man. Like, hey, that was like that put you in classes right there. You knew who you were hanging out. You know who your group was.
Yeah.
That was
see all your friends.
See all your friends.
Hey, Jared, we're talking pencil pop. We're talking eating Airheads.
Have you talked about Richard's fresh?
Yeah. you mean that big temple?
That's right.
We opened the show literally talking about how, like, wild it is that once you change something, like I wore a hat yesterday to work, and everyone made a big deal about it. And then Richard shaves, and he said, it's like this insecurity knowing that everyone's going to notice and say something, and then the very first thing you say.
Now, Rich is looking sexy. He's trying to get laid tonight.
Hey, where'd that punch card?
I'm fresh.
He's losing weight. He's getting strong. He's going to carry all of us in the Tough Mudder for sure.
Jared's running now, he says. So I think he'll be ready to go.
Jared's running to my food. Is what he's running to.
Hey.
Does Jared have that Bert Kreischer like athleticism where it's like he shouldn't have it, but he does?
Yep.
Don't you hate that?
He does. He is a hooper, but yeah, don't you hate that?
Hey, but
like, why is this person that fast?
If you go to Blake's and he's got chicken wings,
chicken drumsticks,
green beans.
Man,
yeah, we did good. Cookies.
Hey, he's always got chocolate chip cookies on deck.
Yeah, I gotta do that for my boy.
They weren't chocolate chip. They were what were they, Blake?
They were actually shout out to Lindsay and the Dirty. They provided the cookies. Hey man, we're gonna make this a family affair, bro. This was up. I don't know. They were M&M's, and then peanut butter.
The best part is we're watching UFC and Blake is trading recipes.
Yeah,
got the mittens. He's got the apron on.
Yeah,
Pamper Chef inspired.
Them drumsticks made up for them burnt ribs from last time, dude.
Absolutely.
Burnt ribs,
they were like, Kevin, you missed the fuck out. They were like,
that was awesome. Some kind of way we gotta get that. We gotta get the soundbite. I love it. I love it.
They were like the perfect, like,
let's go
barbecue sauce mixed with like heat that like I've ever had.
Dang.
I don't know what it was. It's like the rub and the barbecue sauce that he put on it was like,
and they were smoked perfect. They really were.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, his reaction was awesome.
He said you missed out, bro. I'll make them again. It's the drumsticks. It wasn't the wings, but yeah, I'm done with wings. I'll never fix wings again, man. Them drumsticks is where it's at, dude.
Yes, it is.
And they're a quarter of the price.
Where you shaved the end of the leg and stuff like that?
No, I pulled the skin back a little bit, seasoned it, and then pulled the skin over it and seasoned it again. I'm trying to remember which seasoning I used. Oh, yeah, I remember which one it was. It was just something I found at Menards, but yeah, I mean, I just smoked them. I want to get, so I laid them straight on the grill. I want to get the little racks where you can hold them. So
like, and they just strip down.
Yeah, because I think that'll help. Because they had a little bit of like I want it to be a little bit more crispier. That's kind of what I'm going for. But anyways, I was really happy.
You might be able to just finish them off in an air fryer or something.
Well, I thought about doing that. But I also thought about, because I put them in a pan after so long and wrapped them to finish the cook. And then after that, I sauced them. I should have threw them back on the grill and turned up the heat maybe like a lot to maybe kind of char it. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it was. But that's what's kind of fun.
Missing nothing, Kevin. Just so you know, he wasn't missing anything. The seasoning and the barbecue sauce was on point, mixed with the mac and cheese and the green beans.
Yeah.
I had Jared plates and I didn't know I had so much until Blake was like on my like second or third plate. He was like, you all right? You good?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's good.
Megan don't feed you?
I mean, well, on his way, he was like, dude, I just had a huge steak dinner, yada, yada, yada. You know, I'm on my way. And then he gets here, and I don't think he's going to eat much. He grabbed some mac and cheese and some green beans. And I was like, all right, cool. You know, at least Jared's eating, you know. And then I see him grab a chicken leg. And then I think at one point my dog might have stole some of his food. I forgot about that. But then I saw him getting another plate of about the same portion. And I was like, dang, Jared. And then next thing I know, he's just sitting on my couch. His shirt's up. He's showing his belly. He's falling.
I got to unbutton these, man.
Yeah. So here was my problem, Blake. I didn't eat all day until I went to the steak dinner at the Hughes Kitchen, whatever it's called. That I went and had a great steak, appetizers, dessert. I had the whole 9 yards. But like that was the first thing I ate all day, and it like revved the engine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, hey, dude. Hey, listen. I'm glad you come and eat. That's what it's there for. I'm glad you fall asleep on my couch. That's I want everyone to feel like they're at home.
That's awesome.
And they were good fights too.
Yeah, well, except for that boring woman's fight, the Rose fight. Gosh,
that
was rough.
How did Rose do? I never went back and looked at that fight. Did Rose win?
Dude, no, she lost, and like
really,
she got taken down once, and that basically is what sealed the win.
Sealed the deal, yeah.
Like, it was just neither one of them engaged. I don't know. It was just a weird. It was just sometimes that happens. You just have these fights where it's like
they were blaming it on her corner, saying the corner was giving her bad advice. Is what I read.
It's very simple, right? One person wants to stand up, the other person wants to wrestle. This person doesn't want to overthrow because this person's going to take them down, and that's what it comes down to. And Rose was afraid to attack because she's already lost to this girl once before, and it's because she kept taking her down. So, that's in your head, and that's her strength. So you're trying to avoid it, and you're waiting to catch her, and it's the opening's never there. It's they treated it like a game plan. And if you want to criticize them for game planning, so be it. But they were looking for something. They were being patient, and it just became a dud of a fight. but a lot of that front kick was nasty. Yeah. That front kick was one. We exploded on the couch. I thought he was dead. I literally thought we watched
that was one of the scary ones where you're like, wow.
What did I say? And then both me and Blake were like, they haven't played a replay. They think he's dead. They won't play a replay.
Was it that long in between?
Dude, what it was the first thing I said. Yeah, because they kept showing Chandler doing the flips and celebrating, as he should have been.
But they never showed the replay like they normally do.
Yeah, he's doing backflips and Ferguson's dead behind him, and I'm like, dude, like it was scary.
Shout out for Chandler for not beating him up after because he just knew he was out.
He completely didn't touch him after the kick.
Dude, I'm happy for Chandler.
But a good 4 to 6 minutes, Blake.
Dude, it felt like forever, and they finally showed the replay. Well, and then they showed him, being okay. But
they're like, he's up and moving on the stool, and then immediately to the replay of like,
it's not too often do you see one where it's just like you just grab yourself at your hair or whatever, and you're just like, why am I watching this? Like this is so bad,
They're so mean.
I know, I know. It's like the opposite of what I like.
We like exploded off the couch, like
dude,
it's crazy.
And we mentioned it that night. It's just like that's what makes sports just. Especially when you're with your buddies or whatever, and there's just this explosion of a moment.
Woke up the whole house on that one, didn't you?
You can't like when we all were together and Rose knocked out that Chinese chick, whatever her name is,
Wang Jing.
And just how excited we all were or whatever, but it's great.
Even the main event, and then in a rear naked choke. Like usually you don't get that with the main event.
Yeah, man, Charles Oliveira's I'll tell you what though, that's a big controversy. That's a big he lost out on a lot of money because of that whole weight scale thing, and multiple people are saying that the UFC scales that they were given were off, and they think it's because people were
as in light or heavy.
They were half of a pound off.
Yeah,
because he was reading that he was on weight, but I don't know it brought up a lot of conversation in the sport of like, how are you going to let 0.5 pounds? Because this is the other thing they said. If this was in Las Vegas, nobody would even have known. The people doing the weight scale would have said 170 or whatever the weight class was, and wouldn't even have said the 0.5. They've just been like, move on. So
where was it at?
Hold on.
So
it must have been Justin Gaethje.
Sorry, go on.
Hometown of Justin Gaethje. I can't remember though.
So it must have been an athletic commission situation.
Yeah, it's different
UFC. I read that Dana said they're getting a security guard just for the weight.
Yeah, I heard that.
But somebody's supposed to test and see when the last time the scale was calibrated before the weigh-ins. To my understanding.
Yeah.
Because that's how it is in wrestling. Like they like the scale has to be calibrated before every meet.
Right.
By an outside official.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they went through those protocols. I mean, the bottom line is he missed weight. It's on him. But
did Chael Sonnen say he missed out on $3 million because of it?
I thought I saw a $2 million figure thrown around.
Okay.
I just, here's the thing. Like, do you have to strip? Like, do you have to strip the belt? Like,
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are.
I mean, well, that's what they did.
It's been like that though.
Has it been like if that's the rule, that's the rule. Sorry.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true. I know. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah.
So
yeah, it's kind of wild, but I mean, it's also one of those things where it's like these guys always complaining about pay, and then it's like he goes out there and this could be a $4 million weekend for him, and they gets immediately cut in half because of 0.5 pounds, or potentially
what's the backstory
on
that? Did he? So he just weighed in 0.5 over, right? That's what I'm.
Well, I read that he weighed in correctly the day before.
Yeah,
and then he said he didn't eat anything. He said, I didn't eat anything. He said, I don't even know the dude drank water. Like, he was just like,
probably not.
Yeah, normally you're not going to do anything yet.
Yes. So he said, so I don't understand the physics of how I came the next day and weighed more when I didn't put anything in my body.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And
but then don't they give you the opportunity? Don't they give you 2 hours?
Yeah. So then he took.
Did he not try?
Yes. He took. I think they get an hour, and he took the hour, and he didn't lose anything again.
Right.
So, but when he left the hotel, he was on weight on their scale that the UFC provided. So then he goes downstairs and weighs in. He's 0.5, and he's like, "What the heck? Like, what's going on? I've made weight twice upstairs." But not here, So I feel sorry, And
that's
then
rough.
You get
that is rough.
It's like when you go to the doctor's office and they weigh you 10 pounds heavier. You're like, man, you little.
Yeah. I have my shoes
they
on.
They also make you have your shoes and coat and everything on though.
And I'm like, come on, bro. I was 10 pounds lighter this morning.
You're over.
Yeah, exactly.
I told you to be under this.
So I saw something today, and I didn't put it. So I saw something a few weeks ago, but I didn't realize what it was referencing. Did you guys see the picture of Bill Gates like looking like he's pregnant?
Yes.
And then the picture of the emoji of somebody of like a guy pregnant.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a real emoji.
Isn't that from the Drake album thing?
Yes.
No. There you
go. My point is, I can send you a text message right now with a emoji of a pregnant guy.
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
How did we get here? I mean, seriously, guys. Like, I'm not trying to be insensitive.
Hold on. Find it.
No, hold on. Wait for it.
I'm trying to find it too.
Boom, son. Boom. That ain't a beer belly.
Did you to us?
Sure ain't.
I think we got there because of the Drake album. This wasn't an emoji until that. I'm being for real though. Like I've never seen that emoji until that.
I think you're absolutely right.
I'm being for real. Because from that Drake album, remember the last Drake album where all the chicks were on there like that. It was emoji style.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I guess I never noticed that they were guys or something. I don't know.
I don't think it was guys.
Yeah, because I heard a podcast talking about it. And that's what brought. Because I remember seeing the Bill Gates picture, but I didn't realize what the emoji was. But they were talking about how it's a. You looking that up, Richard, to make sure that's what that is?
Yeah. It's called pregnant man emoji.
I mean,
all right. Now, do you guys see what I just sent?
Okay, so it's a description of a man with a bulged stomach turning to the left to offer a better view of the bloat. He is seen holding the heavy and full stomach with both hands and looking down over at it. It represents the rare but possible chance of a man expecting a baby.
Come on, dude.
Literally, if Little Nas X were an emoji, while it could signify signs of aging in men based on stats of bulging tummies and aging males on the other.
So yeah, now if you want to, if someone wants to say this is the dad bod emoji, I'm gonna buy it.
That's what that's what Jared said when he said that I had that steak dinner. I ain't gonna need no food.
I mean, my stomach was hanging out of that shirt that I was wearing, but
because
not like that.
Because here's the other thing: it is the exact same emoji as Kevin just sent of the of the woman, pregnancy emoji. Yeah, I immediately went to my phone and was like, "Is this seriously a thing?" And it appears
it is the thing.
So what did they say on the pod that you listened to?
I have to look up the guy's name again. It was somebody on Rogan. I mean, it's in a laundry list of things that they were talking about. It's just this push, like this push of acceptance and this push of, believe this way. Like, I was actually talking to someone today. It's like, I understand everybody wants to be accepted, but this is crazy. Right? Like this is like, I'm allowed to say this is stupid. Like
it's fucking crazy. Blake.
Go ahead, Jared. Go ahead.
It's fucking crazy. Like
it makes no sense. Like who's mad about, there's got to be more people mad about this emoji that it's a thing than people that are mad that it's not a thing. Right?
Yeah, I think maybe you're reading too much into it, because like every other emoji, there's like 10 meanings for the emoji. Like just because you see an emoji and it could mean that, like there's literally a laundry list of what this emoji means on this website. Like it doesn't have to mean just that.
It doesn't mean that I want to impregnate you, Blake.
Yeah. So I mean, so what I'm saying is whatever anger those people may have about the emoji existing is not healthy, because like there's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 definitions of the emoji. One of them is maybe a pregnant dude. So you're just missing the other 4.
Okay, I won't be as mad. But
I'm just saying, like, there's literally an eggplant that means a dick. Like, I'm
that's true.
Like, we're reading too much into emoji. Like I get what you're saying, like to the point of maybe society in some instances should calm the fuck down about things, but at the same time, it's like, is that
really what it means?
Is that really what it means? And B, who gives a shit if it was? Like, what? Who cares?
I just got into I don't care mode, because I think that that's what I think that there's people there's people that really want to be included, and there's people that want a reaction. So you know what I'm saying?
So like I understand the I don't care, because I'm very much there on a lot of things.
Sure.
But then again, it's like, if this is what's being pushed onto our next generation,
but it's not being put. Who's?
But why is it out there? You know what I'm saying? Like,
why is there an eggplant representing a dick out there?
But it's not. It's supposed to be an eggplant.
Right here.
Somebody made it a dick.
If I text you an eggplant, what does that mean to you?
You want to impregnate Blake?
Yeah. If you send me an eggplant,
send it with the pregnant man.
Like,
but same as my TikTok earlier.
Which one?
Yeah, which one? I'm trying to rattle through.
I don't even go to.
Made. Oh, I didn't even see that one. You have to let me know when you're starring in it.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, Blake. Like on the
absolutely.
We should definitely calm down. But on the flip side of that, is it really worth the emotional investment that you may put into it of being upset about it? No, it's not.
Yeah, but then you can almost say that about everything.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about. Is like it's the 5-minute rule. How does this affect me in the next 5 minutes? How does this affect me in the next 5 hours, 5 days, 5 months, 5 years? That should be your level of being upset.
Yeah.
And then in 5 minutes, I'm about to send you a text with
with an eggplant and a pregnant man.
That's how it's going to affect you in 5 minutes.
An eggplant and a donut, like come on, man.
With a peach.
yeah, with the dude.
I'm so confused. Yeah.
What are we pushing on our kids? The dildo and a peach. Come on, man.
But then again, that's just an eggplant and a peach that we.
This is just a dude with the full stomach.
Hold on. The hell it is. Turn sideways, just like the pregnant woman emoji.
Dude, you just said what Jared looked like the other day. That was Jared.
That's on you, Richard. I didn't say that.
No. If Jared would have texted you that, be like, man, this is good. And that emoji.
Okay.
Is right.
Okay. I'll be like, all right, you feel fat.
What if I send you a taco, Blake? What if I send you a taco?
I ate 4 today. We get all the emojis sent now.
See, now all we're gonna do, Blake, is send you emojis tomorrow.
I know.
We're gonna talk in emoji.
How did I start that?
And look, I have an Android phone, so I have a whole different set of emojis I can send you.
Okay. Do you have a pregnant male?
I can find one.
Or a full male?
Well, he has a pregnant sloth.
You wait till the woke crowd gets a hold of Android and you'll have one.
I'm trying to see if I have one.
That's for Apple Society only.
Yeah, we're woke.
We're so woke.
It's all too much, man. When I saw that, like my head about exploded. I was like, "What are we doing?"
Yeah, but I think that's fake. That's fake outrage. Like it's not.
You're
even...
right. I mean, you're right. I mean, you bring it.
Yeah,
you bring it. I mean, listen. But then again, you can't tell me that they don't know what they're doing. If they're going
to, does for sure. Yeah.
That's my like. Regardless, you made it look exactly.
But it's not like everybody
like
gets
the pregnant one.
Right.
What do you mean? What'd you say?
It's not like everybody gets it though. Just because one person developed
perceives
it or came up with it doesn't mean that you, me, and every other kid, teenager gets it and accepts it as fact.
Yeah. And in all reality, to your guys' point, with an emoji, you're trying to hit with a single image, multiple emotions, you know, whatever, words,
feelings,
phrases,
thoughts.
meanings. Yeah. So I get it. All right. So erase my big rant about.
Oh no, it's fine. Stupid. No, it's you have a point, and you know, it's some things just kind of tend to go a little far. But I just, you know, I think I think maybe I'm on the same page with you guys at the point of like it. You know, I'm just trying to live my life and raise my kids. Like I really don't care about emoji.
Right. I'm trying to work till I get retired.
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna. Are we gonna retire at this point? I mean,
it's looking scary with this gas price.
Are we gonna be allowed to?
It's over, dude. I just plan on burning broke.
I'm about to start sucking gas out of people's.
I thought you were going to say something else, Kevin. Like,
I might be doing that too.
I was talking about all fans' accounts earlier. That was
OF.
Kevin's out there looking for some eggplants.
Yeah, absolutely.
To make some extra money off of.
I need gas.
Too much, bro. I feel you, dude. I feel you. We keep talking about it, but I know I mentioned it to you guys. But we finally gave pay raises to our mechanics, and I was like literally thrilled for them. You know, like
for you guys, and good for them.
Genuinely happy for them. You know?
That's a healthy raise too.
It was.
How did you announce it to them?
It had nothing to do with me. It was all upper management. But of course now everybody in the office. Yeah, now of course everybody in the office now wants a raise, because they got a raise.
Get over it. Yeah, I mean,
I know. Well, but
stay in your comfy air conditioned office and look at TikTok all day. Shut up.
Hey, you're talking to Greg right now.
Yeah.
It's like
stay in your air conditioned office.
In my opinion, those men, those mechanics should make more than the office people. Like that's just my opinion.
Listen, we've talked about it on here previous weeks. I agree. It's the simple nature of everything has gone up.
Yeah.
So if you're raising all of our rates and raising all of our pay, like, hey,
Yeah.
You know, we're here too doing this work, you know.
You're not wrong.
But, you know, yeah, you know how it is. Everybody wants more money. It's not like it's gonna make me any richer. You know, it just
it kind of reminds me of like children, right? If I buy something for my son, my daughter comes in the room 2 seconds later and wants it too. It's like
exactly.
Yeah. Where's mine at?
Yeah, where's mine?
Yeah,
but
it's okay.
But due to your guys' situation, and mechanics can get a job anywhere, like you got to stay competitive, and this is going to help retain that person, right? Because one person hears, "Hey, these people are hiring for blah blah blah," and then hey, it's easy, especially in the area that you're in, where you work.
We literally had no choice.
Right.
We had to raise our pay from the starting rates, you know, and then everybody else that's been here for umpteen years, you know, a bump in pay too. So, because I mean, we lost one of our best, you know, mechanics who did a lot, and I mean, it, you know, and it just leaves you like crap, man. Like, who else is leaving, you know? And if 2 or 3 more people quit, like we literally, I mean, seriously, like, you get 2 or 3 more people quit, you're down to a 2 or 3 man crew, and we're the biggest branch in the company, you know? So anyways, but
a couple people quitting and you're out there with a wrench and backwards hat.
Yeah. And there's gonna be some wheels put on backwards too. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, man. So what else is going on?
Hey,
NBA final. NBA, how you guys looking on that? Me and Richard talked about it a little bit.
Before we go down that path, what are you about to say, Richard?
I was going to ask you if you know anything about the thing going on between Brendan Schwab's people and Bobby Lee.
Yeah, I of course I've kind of listened to all of them. I don't know.
Bobby Lee, the fighter?
No, Bobby Lee's a comedian. Brendan Schaub's a comedian. They're friends. Bobby Lee has a girlfriend named Kyla. I can't remember. Something like that. Mm-hmm. And there was this rumor that Brendan Schaub tried to hit on her a few years back, and it just always kind of circulated, and there was just, you know, just like some rumors, right? And then I knew nothing about it until I watched the most recent The Fighter and the Kid, mm-hmm. and Brian Callen was heavily apologizing to
Apparently
Bobby
there's
Lee.
Some blackmail involved against Bobby Lee.
There, like, as far as threats from.
Yeah, I didn't really dig in. That's why I'm asking you if you know anything about it. I just kind of heard about it today, and apparently somebody blackmailed Bobby Lee into admitting some things on a podcast that he didn't want to admit or something like that, and then Bobby Lee got accused of doing something to them, and then it's like it was something something so technical that there's no way Bobby Lee could have done it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's so technologically illiterate.
Yeah. So what they did is that, so there's been, I guess, a bunch of threads out there and stuff of people attacking Schaub for whatever reason.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yes. So Schaub, like, Schaub's always claims that he stays away from all that he posts and he goes because it affects him. It affects all the hate that he may get or the negative comments or whatever. He just doesn't. He always says, my life's too good to listen to other people bash me or whatever, you know. He's just doing his thing or whatever. Well, I guess it got so bad to where he started tracing where these IP addresses were coming from, and they were coming from Bobby Lee's home, apparently, or a computer or staff or whatever. So I guess they, you know, questioned them, accused them, and I think Bobby makes it sound like they bullied him. I don't know, you know, but I think Bobby Lee is very sensitive to that because of his, you know, he's a shorter Asian guy. I mean, he's very open about it on his podcast. You know, whatever, was the ugly kid in school, you know, whatever, right? So,
wasn't he the guy who was molested or something by?
Yeah, he was molested. Yeah, so there's a lot of, you know, it's kind of become this like podcast drama type thing, but you know. According to I can't even believe we're talking about this. I'm kind of surprised, but Bobby Lee's girlfriend and Schaub have had, she's talked about on the podcast that they are fine. Everything is good. They have talked, they've squashed it. Like, there is no, you know, bad blood or whatever. But Bobby Lee expressed that he wouldn't be able to now go to the Comedy Store and feel comfortable, or be around those guys and feel comfortable. Like he feels threatened. So I don't know. I mean, who knows? You know, I mean, it may have been something that was about to come to light, and maybe amongst brothers or something, it shouldn't have happened. And somebody, you know, you get defensive, and it sounded like coming from Brian Callen, he was just defending a friend, you know, because he does like Brendan. He thinks he's a good guy or whatever. And so he had to apologize. But other than that, that's really all I know. Petty stuff, and I guess.
Absolutely.
So all about that drama,
I guess.
I don't know. Yeah. So yeah.
NBA real quick. We got a couple minutes left. Yeah, man. I would not. I mean, I've said it from the beginning. I would not be surprised to see the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals this year. I've said that since the playoffs started.
Really?
They just have a really weird team that just can bowl over you if you're not looking at them.
Yeah.
But I mean, aren't they up against the Sixers 3-2 now? They freaking wrecked them the other night.
Yeah, they destroyed
Harden
them.
had a good game, and then they wrecked them the last game. This Celtics Bucks game is tight right now with 31 seconds left.
Oh snap! That's already. Oh snap! It is.
Yeah,
dude, that's here. I forgot that game was on tonight.
1 point.
Look at us now. Now we're all into it. This is when you really want to.
Yeah, last night's game were both blowouts, and it was kind of.
I know. I didn't even watch it.
All right. Yep. I'm gonna call Heat and Warriors finals.
Oh really?
So that's what I'm gonna call right now.
I could do that.
Suns Bucks.
Suns Bucks.
Suns and Bucks.
I still want the Celtics to win. For some reason, I really like the Celtics team.
Yeah, that's the scrappy team. Like, I like to see Tatum and them take it.
Go 7,
even Horford again. You know, like Horford has been gone for a minute, and
it's good to see these old dogs get in
there.
And
this was like, I know he was really good when they won it, but like he's impressed me actually more this year. Giannis. Yeah, like it's starting to like all come together. He's starting to get other people involved and know when to take over.
He's got so many weapons.
Yeah, it's Giannis is nice.
He also just got a cut on his eye.
Did he?
Yeah, he'll be all right. Hey, big boy. Hey, I will say this though. I'm so sick of these guys taking a hit to the face, or dude,
and then selling it.
Now, bro, like, I don't know how. I know Embiid did something to his face, so I understand it probably hurt. But like, he just went to grab a ball and it kind of like hit him in the face, and he fell to the ground like he was shot, and stayed there. Like, it's so much, man. It's just, you guys act like you're so weak. It's frustrating.
Yep.
Soft.
That's bunch of
pregnant men out there.
Well,